Anyway, I did want to talk about something really important, though. Myself being terminal, one of the most important things is your safety. Safety, not necessarily from um, fire or anything like that, but we're talking actual safety, okay? And the number one most important thing for you when you have cancer is you do not want to get sick. When you're battling cancer, your body is fighting so hard to fight that cancer that your blood counts are everywhere. It's incredible. You can have high white blood cells or low white blood cells, high platelets or low platelets, and it's just a mess. So getting sick, you don't want. I don't care where you're going, what you're doing, who you're with, or how vain you are, but a mask is your best friend. And I have to tell you that a lot of people seem to believe just tossing on a mask is the best thing to do. I have 3 examples of masks here with me. And I'd like to show you the first example. There's this mask. Looks like it's your typical everyday run-of-the-mill mask. Now, the problem is with these typical run-of-the-mill masks, okay, you pinch your nose. If you wear glasses, this is super important. I wear contacts now because the glasses were not cutting it for me with these things. You want to make sure that you have full entire contact all the way. Then at the same time, hold your nose. Bring your mask all the way down to your neck. It's cute, it has color, but there's one problem with this mask. Over here we have gaps and side holes, so we don't have any full coverage because this is really what we want. I don't care if your nose gets sweaty. A sweaty nose is better than getting pneumonia or anything else that might be floating around out there. Another problem with this mask is this. This is the inside of the mask. And as I take this mask apart, you can see that this mask is only in 2 layers. That's right. 2 layers. The problem with a 2-layer mask like this, and I'm going to show you, because I know they're pretty and it matches my outfit. This is the most important part about these darn masks. Everybody gets so excited, well, I'm going to get all these really cute masks. Well, this part of the mask, you can literally see through. Hello, Now, the most important part of the mask, which is the crazy part, the part that we count on to protect us from the germs and everything else. And now inside this said mask, I can see through it. If you cannot see through this piece of this mask, you can see right through it. You can see, right here. You can see through this side too. With the 2 in combination, can anybody guess who uses this kind of mask? Look, that's the white side. You can see the color through it still. This is a dental mask. This mask here can use to be because the dentist doesn't want to smell your bad breath. And he wants to make the kids happy. This is not a cancer patient mask. The best thing that you can do with this thing, having a bad hair day, there. Now we've covered what we do with bad mask. Mask number 2. I purchased these for my son because I do have a little boy who has to mask up. I have to tell you that with this mask, I discovered the same problem. This mask too also is very, very thin. And if you open it, remember this is a kid's mask. This isn't for you. If you open the mask, which is important, I don't play around. Having cancer for 5 years, you don't mess. This is a child's mask. Not as bad as this other thing that we were trying to protect our... Oh, here's a piece. I mean, this is like tissue paper. This one here has a little bit more sturdy. What does that tell you about this mask? If I can, that tells you that this mask has 2 layers. The see-through layer, that was the layer that the dentist had. And it has like this tissue layer. So for kids, this 2-layer mask, it'll be all right. You can wear it. And once again, you can add to your flying nun bonnet. Now on to mask number 3. You've all seen them. They're in the hospital. They're peach on one side. Some hospitals not. I know it looks white to you, but it's not. It really is peach. I put this little white thing up against it. You can see that it's kind of a pink in color. Now, okay, this mask is actually utilized by hospital staff. Pinch, just like the same way. Back, full coverage. Tighten. This right here, believe it or not, there's full contact on my face. Right here, I have full contact. And if I reach my finger in there, my face has full contact, full contact, full contact, full contact, full contact. The whole point is this part down here. Pull it down. You make that bad boy fit the best that you can to protect yourself from germs. These masks are fantastic. They're readily available at your local hospital. When you walk into chemo, grab 2. When you walk out of chemo, grab 2. You can never have enough mask. This mask here, being a hospital mask, doesn't come apart as easy, so we're just going to rip it in half. Inside the hospital mask, there's a whole bunch of stuff. You have your thin layer, You have thin layer, a very thick layer, almost feels like the world's best toilet paper. I just found a second use for a mask, just in case. But then also, this mask contains another layer, and then the pink layer. So your hospital mask actually has 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. That's 4 layers of full-on germ protection. You're all probably going, really, Rhonda? This is how you're spending your morning? It is. Because you matter. And you know, in all seriousness, if all else fails, you get earrings. I like them. See? So, there's my mask thing for you. No, because it only has 1 layer of protection. 1 dental mask. No, garbage. Number 2 only has 1, 2 layers. It wouldn't even really make a good panty liner. Mask number 3, as you saw, as I showed you, because I can't open the darn medical mask quite the same way they can the others, you have 1. You have 2. You have 3, 4 layers of protection. But if you really want to go over the top and you're really, really sick, you have somewhere you got to go, you've got to be there, counts aren't good, you know you got to mask up. There are drugstores out there that sell boxed masks that have charcoal in them. And I'll tell you what, at my local, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say the name of the store, but my local drugstore that starts with the W is where I always get those. And if I have to have a mask to protect myself and keep me safe because I'm really sick being that I have no white blood cells to protect me, I buy those. And I'll tell you what, those are the best. In a future video, I'll get a box of them. I will show them to you. You have to protect yourself from germs. If you have children at home, please teach those children that they need to wash their hands a lot. This is so important. After my child goes to school, I walk around my house with a mask on and a big old can of Lysol disinfectant spray, and I spray every doorknob, every toilet seat, everything in my house that other people touch with their dirty hands. Okay, I think that it's important for you to know also that you need to have a box of gloves, medical gloves, not the ones you buy at the store. Really, honestly, ask your doctor. They're giving, they're sweet, they're nice. They will give you a box. They don't care. The gloves for the kitchen, you're not to be touching eggs, raw poultry, raw fish, pork, you name it, don't touch it. Hey, if you cut onions without gloves on and you're nauseous and not feeling well, onion is now your new enemy because it's stuck to your hands. You're not feeling so good. You go, next thing you know, you smell the onion. You're like, no onion. Yeah. Gloves are important in the kitchen. Gloves also are important in the bathroom. Not because you have to wear gloves to go to the bathroom, but you need those medical gloves when you clean your bathroom. There's everything in that bathroom from salmonella to creepy crawlies. Take care of that. Back to my list. Hand sanitizer. Holy moly. If you don't have hand sanitizer within reach of your front door, back door, kitchen, bathroom, living room, on the dining table, you need hand sanitizer everywhere because you're sick, not because they're sick. Okay? All right? If possible, in my house it is possible, and a lot of my other friends that have cancer in their houses, it's also possible. Women use one bathroom, men use the other. There's lots of reasons for this. I'm not going to tell you all of them, but all I want to know is, can somebody tell me how you poop up? I can't figure that one out yet. How does poo get into the places it gets in a man's bathroom? I'll never know. But that's a whole nother channel on its own. Okay, so one really important thing I think that a lot of people don't do and don't realize that they can get sick from is pre-rinse your dishes before you use them. I know they made it through that dishwasher, or you're the best hand cleaner there is. None of it keeps the dust off. None of it keeps the skin flakes of every other human being inside of your house off of those plates, out of those cups. If your cups aren't stored upside down, start. When you go to use said upside down cup, guess what you're going to do? You're going to rinse it. You rinse everything first. I have a reverse osmosis machine in my house. All of my water in my house is reverse osmosis. I still rinse everything before I use it, because whatever residual of anything, soap scum, dust, an ant crawled across it and took a poo, is still on that cup. I hand rinse. Sorry, that's what I do with everything to protect myself. You get sick one time when you have cancer, you learn a very, very quick lesson. All right, moving on. Have a butcher. You're all laughing, right? Like, Rhonda, you have your own butcher? No, I really don't. Like I told you in other videos, I'm a trained chef, and I'm really good at what I do. Well, I used to be. Excuse me. I used to be, but I have a wonderful husband now, Mike, the guy I met when I was first diagnosed. I have taught him step by step, day by day, how to butcher. And you know what? If you don't have a husband or a housemate or a care provider to help you, go straight to your butcher. Any supermarket will repackage your meat into smaller serving size packages for you. Don't touch it. You don't want to touch it. You don't want to get it on your hands. Not even with your gloves on, because once you got it on your gloves on, you figure you're safe, but what else are you touching? Just get your meat pre-portioned for you at the market. I have a kid. He loves to cut. Something about 13-year-olds with knives. Wait, did I just say that? Well, anyway. Yeah, he likes to cut up the meat. My husband also is really, really, really into learning how to cook like me, cut like me, and do things the way that I did them so that he can do it for me one day. Okay, so kitchen safety is super, super important. Put the gloves in the kitchen. The one thing that really I don't think that you realize is it's going to take that one mess up. That one time that you touched that poultry, or that one time that you didn't, and you're going to end up with something. So be super, super, super careful. Be overcautious, because you know what? Your family's worth it. Worth you being overcautious. I got to keep looking at my list. I'm sorry. I have a memory like that long. Okay, so now my last thing that I want to say, that is so important is, wash all your clothes separately from other people's. In our house, we're a home of 3. There's myself, my husband, and my 13-year-old boy. My husband's clothes all get washed with my husband's clothes. My son's clothes, same idea. His clothes get washed together and dried together. My clothes, they get washed by themselves. It's not a germ thing. It's not in anything. Let me tell you what it is. It's a smell thing. I don't know about you all, but all of a sudden I have like supersonic smell. I'm like, who's cooking barbecue? I smell peanut butter. And literally my husband can walk through the door from work and I'm like, can you please tell so-and-so not to wear so much perfume? No, it's not what you're thinking. My husband's an HR director, so he's around a lot of people. So I also want to tell you that, going back to the dishes, avoid plastic. I'm not saying avoid plastic because I love the planet. I do love the planet. I'm saying avoid plastic because there's no way that we can get plastic fully clean. Plastic is extremely porous. Your best bet is to drink out of a glass. You're a queen, baby. You're fighting. You are all queen. You deserve a glass. Okay? Okay. Oh, sorry. I want you to try to reduce, and this is important for me. Personally, for me, fighting as hard as I am full on sick right as we speak. No, I don't think we should call it sick. I'm going to call it cancer. I can't think of anything funny. All I do know is that I'm sick of it, and I'm not going to get a cape and put a C on the back and make myself super cancer, because that's even weirder. I really want you to try to reduce the amount of red meat that you take in. For me personally, stopping eating red meat helped drop my CA-125 numbers. Meat has hormones in it. I like to eat my meat rare. I'm a rare girl. You well-doners, have at it. But I am also on a liquid diet, so none of that stuff is my friend right now. And I miss it. So I'll just drink my liquid. You know, being a chef, I don't recommend this diet. It's awful. So I am going to just stress your personal safety and your family's safety so that you don't have to go on and deal with the flu along with going through chemo and having cancer, or even just a common cold can turn into pneumonia. So be careful and take care of yourselves. And I'm really working on this channel. I'm not good at this yet. Be patient with me. All I have is a cell phone and all my love and concern for all of you. So as we ended my very long list that I wrote on an old piece of mail last night, because you guys are that important,